Hello and welcome to airgunweb.com, your home for honest, real-world airgun reviews and information where we bring you the facts, not fluff. For this review, we take a look at the most recent iteration of the Remington Vantage, this time powered by a Crosman Nitro Piston gas ram versus a metal spring. I was a real fan of the original and I'm curious to see how this new version stacks up. So now let's take a good close-up look at the Remington Vantage NP. The Remington Vantage NP is a very simple break barrel airgun. When you look at it, nothing really jumps out as impressive. The stock is ambidextrous and quite simple. It is fairly light, and the gun is pretty comfortable to carry around. The rifle ships with the standard front and rear fiber optic sights, with the rear sight fully adjustable for windage and elevation. Unlike the standard Vantage that comes with a 4x32 scope, Crosman bundles a fairly decent 3-9x32 centerpoint scope. It doesn't have an adjustable objective, but it does have a mil-dot reticle, which is very useful to small game hunters. The Vantage NP has a Crosman Nitro Piston versus the traditional metal spring. So what you have is a Nitro Piston gun for under $140, which also has a pretty decent scope. The Remington Vantage NP comes with the Crosman standard trigger. The second stage is just way too long, and it makes shooting with accuracy much harder than it needs to be. There is a manual safety in front of the trigger. I've had more than a few viewers ask me exactly what is a nitro piston and do you need to fill it up? Well, a nitro piston is a sealed system that acts just like the metal spring, yet produces less vibration and no torque. This can make the gun easier to handle and of course easier to shoot. So here's how you operate the Vantage NP. You make sure the safety is engaged. Next, cock the barrel until it locks into place. Now secure the barrel with your offhand as you load the pellet into the breech. Go ahead and close the barrel. Now you can aim the gun at your intended target, release the safety, and gently squeeze the trigger. To fire again, simply repeat the process. Now let's talk a little bit about performance and accuracy. Our test rifle shot very well, and I found that the H&N Field Target Trophy pellets that come in at 8.64 grain gave us great accuracy and great energy. The Vantage NP averaged 836.7 feet per second, had an extreme spread of only 7.2 feet per second, and an average energy of 13.43 foot-pounds. The rifle was a little louder than I'd like, and it came in at 105.2 dB in my indoor test. This is a completely stock gun, and out of the box, I was getting some really great groups. I consistently shot under 0.4 inch center to center at 10 yards. A good airgunsmith could certainly put a little time into this gun and get even more accuracy. This gun is quite literally a diamond in the rough. So let's take a look at our final summary. When I get to this part of the review, it's really important to remember a couple of relevant facts. The first is to remember the purpose of the product, and the second is to remember the price of the product. Now, the purpose of the Vantage NP is as a backyard gun for plinking, target shooting, and some light pest control if the need arises. And without a doubt, it can do all of that pretty darn well. When you add to that a price of under $140, then you start to see just how good of a deal the Vantage NP really is. Are there some shortcomings? Absolutely. Compared to the original Vantage that I reviewed over a year ago, the aesthetic quality is really lacking. The finish on the wood stock is not up to par, and I don't like the way they've changed how the barrel is locked into place. Also, the trigger is really challenging as well. Now, regardless of the subpar wood finishing and the terrible trigger, I have to come back and look at the performance, accuracy, and price point. And from that perspective, this gun definitely deserves your attention. I'd like to take a moment and thank the folks at Pyramid Air for sponsoring our channel and, of course, this review. When you're looking at your next airgun or you're looking to fill your next airgun supply order, please visit www.pyramidair.com or give them a call at 888-262-4867. Please be sure to let them know that you learned about them here at Airgun Web. When you're looking for honest, real-world airgun reviews, think Airgun Web, where we tell you the facts, not fluff. I'm Rick Utzer with airgunweb.com. Thanks again for watching.